State government pledges support for coastal highways, seek construction of more federal roads. Local government elections. Governor Eno says he is not buying nomination forms for aspirants. Akwa Ibom First Lady doles out cash grants to female farmers. And police smash kidnapping gang in Akwa Ibom, rescue victims, traffic children. Details in just a moment. A very good morning to you and welcome to Akbc 45 News at 7. I am Ufot Udoaken. Now the news in detail. Governor Moino has assured the federal governments of cooperation towards the actualization of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The governor gave the assurance during a stakeholders' engagement on the alignments of Section 3B and 4 of the projects in Uyo. He also appreciated President Bola Tinubu and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio for drawing developments to the state and made a case for other federal roads, including the Calabar-Itu and Aba-Ikorekbene highways. A Government House reporter, Patience John, tells us more.
President Bola Tinubu has a hope rises for Akwa Ibom people as the federal government under President Bola Tinubu has approved the construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, a 700-kilometer road that will link Lagos State with Cross River State through the shoreline state of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Edo, Rivers, Ogun, and Ondo. Governor Mono, during a stakeholders meeting with the federal government delegation in Uyo, expressed delight at the gesture and assured of the state government's partnership and readiness to ensure the implementation of the project.
I'd like to join my voice to that of the Senate President, and I want to thank the Honorable Minister for the work, what you have just said concerning the East-West Road. Please, we would like to work with you and the Calabar-Itu Road. You requested that the state should pay compensation. You know that we have started paying compensation.
The governor also used the occasion to call on the federal government through the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, to revisit the 13-kilometer around Calabar section of the East-West Road project by the Buhari administration that has since been abandoned, the Aba-Ikorekbene Road, as well as the Calabar-Itu Highway, where he intimated the stakeholders that the state government has completed the evaluation of property on the project's right of way and released funds for payment of compensation.
Thank you for asking them to return to site. The Aba-Ikorekbene we are valuing now and will also be able to work and pay the compensation so that we open up that corridor.
The Senate President Godswill Akpabio at the meeting acknowledged the benefit of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway for Akwa Ibom State and thanked the President for initiating the project, as well as the Minister of Works for taking steps to actualize it.
Speaking as a son of the South-South, thank the President, Commander-in-Chief for us. We will support you, we will pray for you, we will welcome the contractors, we will give them peace.
The Minister of Works, Mr. David Umahi, said that out of the total span of 700 kilometers of the road, 27 kilometers of the Section 3B and 80 kilometers of Section 4, totaling 107 kilometers, fall within Akwa Ibom State. Umahi said contractors have been directed to mobilize to site, warning that those who fail to hit the directive within the stipulated period risk having their contracts terminated.
And so we're going to advertise for that. And let me use the opportunity to say that every contractor that wants to continue the games as before, we're going to terminate the project and we're going to reward it. And so by the coming week, if they don't remobilize to site, we're definitely going to terminate it and reward it. Anyone we terminate, we are going to reward it immediately to alleviate the sufferings of the people on these roads.
Patience John, Akbc News.
Women inclusivity in the forthcoming local government elections in Akwa Ibom State will be prioritized. Governor Moino gave the affirmation at the 70th birthday celebration of a political leader of oral instruction, Ipoto Okonosong. At the Emerald Event Center, Oyo, venue of the celebration, the governor maintained that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, which he leads, will be deliberate in apportioning some political offices to women. The report will be brought to you in a subsequent bulletin. The recent constitution of the Board of Akwa Ibom Infrastructure and Asset Management and Maintenance Agency by Governor Moino to oversee and maintain public assets and infrastructure has been justified. During a visit to the State House of Assembly complex on Udoma Avenue, Uyo, yesterday, Governor Moino said the complex would have been better maintained if such an agency was in place. He was speaking during an inspection of the facilities at the Assembly complex. Our Government House reporter, Patience John, has the rest of the story.
At the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Governor Moino, along with his entourage, was received by the Speaker, Elder Odemoton, and other members of the 8th Assembly. He was conducted around different offices, including the clinic, resource center, chapel, library, and committee offices, among others. The governor said he was at the Assembly complex on the invitation of the Speaker to ascertain the extent of dilapidated infrastructure in the facility.
The Speaker had invited me to see the state of the House of Assembly, where we make laws, where people over 500 staff work here. And he has been pushing for an overall maintenance of the entire facility, of the House of Assembly, the physical structures, you know. We've gone round, we've seen it, we'll go back to the drawing board. Understand there's been no repairs, no maintenance since it was built. And that leads me to two things. Why we have the Asset Infrastructure Maintenance Agency now. If that agency was working before now, this house wouldn't have been in this state of decay.
Appreciating the governor for the visit, the Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Elder Odemoton, expressed optimism that the Assembly complex will get the desired first lift.
An exceptional visit by His Excellency Governor of our state, Pastor Mobasieno. He has come to see what I've been telling him, what I've been writing, and he has seen it by himself, and he has said it, he's going to work on it. So we are very happy to have him in our complex, and we are very sure we are going to sleep with our two eyes closed, knowing that he's a man of his word and he's going to do something about the complex, a turnaround of the entire complex.
Patience John, Akbc News.
As a way of ensuring food security, availability, affordability, and accessibility in the state, the wife of the state governor, Pastor Patience Eno, has disbursed 500,000 naira each to 20 female farmers across the state. The cash empowerment aimed at promoting women involvement in agriculture was the renewed help initiative Women Agricultural Support Program made available by the wife of the President of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, through her humanitarian platform, Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI. Margaret Bassey reports.
Pastor Eno said the 10 million naira disbursed to 20 women in the state will help boost food security and serve as empowerment for agricultural intervention, adding that the beneficiaries are those engaged in crop farming, poultry, animal husbandry, and fish farming, while stating that women play crucial roles in fostering sustainability and availability of food. Pastor Eno commended the Nigerian First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for prioritizing the welfare and upkeep of elders, persons living with disabilities, and women, especially those at the grassroots. She said as a way of supporting the activities of the Renewed Hope Initiative for the elderly, an offshoot of the humanitarian engagement of Senator Oluremi Tinubu, where 100 elders got 100,000 naira each. Her husband, the governor, has replicated same. Through the Arise initiative for the elderly, Pastor Eno noted that the sum of 50,000 naira each has been released monthly to 500 elders across the state, adding that the provision of medical intervention and other welfare packages, the number of elders reached monthly has increased to 600.
Female farmers, state, ICO 2020, even see so I congratulate you. So I want to say one thing. This support in the army is for you to add to it, to increase the volume of your production.
Earlier, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Margaret Edem, stated that women in agriculture often face numerous challenges, including limited access to resources. She commended the government for the periodic distribution of largesse and welfare packages to the vulnerable in the state.
My dad is here.
Some of the beneficiaries thanked the presidency, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino and wife Patience for the gesture, noting that the funds received will resuscitate their businesses.
Our president, Ipo Monye, a Catholic in Nigeria, Nani Ito Union.
Ntoiwang Mong, Ntoiwang Abut, Katuan. Then I said in some lane could do and Inkuruan. I mean, poor man and Karan 71 more thought.
I promise to use this to expand my farm to do more, employ people to work. And I'm getting the water in the water in front of us here. I'm going to go Yabasi. I do
Margaret Bassi, Akbc News.
And still on agriculture, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has distributed farm inputs to cooperative societies and farmers groups in Ikodekpene Senatorial District. Eano Paul has the details.
During the distribution which took place at Academic Grounds, Uyo, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofiongofo, said the governor directed that the groups invited be given cassava cuttings, coconut seedlings, and pesticides to ensure food security. Dr. Ofor said cooperative societies and farming groups in Uyo Senatorial District have been given the inputs, noting that Eket Senatorial District will get that next week. The commissioner enjoined the beneficiaries to make good use of the input to produce more food in the state.
So we are gathered here again today, as we have been gathering in the previous weeks, to share these inputs, not just to individual farmers, but to cooperative groups. Why are we giving to cooperative groups? Because His Excellency wants more food to be grown in Akwa Ibom. And we know that together we can achieve more than if we work as an individual. Then to the groups, we encourage you. Extension agents have been assigned to each of the cooperative groups. So if you have any challenges, please reach back to them. You get their contacts. They'll be seeing your farm from time to time, and they'll give you all the technical support you require.
The permanent secretary in the ministry, Mrs. Mary Okoite, said the present administration is poised to producing enough food for the people of the state. The reason farmers should be serious in cultivating what they have been given.
So when you go, now say Young Farmers Club Akbc is able to pay wado didio, sanade, sanade. Receive it in good faith. And you are to governor. I will see for Nima.
Stakeholders and beneficiaries thanked the state government for the gesture, promising to make judicious use of the inputs.
Extend our appreciation and gratitude to His Excellency.
You give our love and appreciation to the governor whenever you go for ESCO. I tell the governor that the farmers say they appreciate him.
His Excellency, Pastor Umobase, no, they support the farmers. No, the guys will be the strength from the governor.
Me the Mr. Taiti, who come governor, Kimado to near Abang Akbc State, Yeme or Taiwan. I carry him for Bang in the Tonlana because they might pay one. Did Yabaka Akbc State? Who would Yabasaka? I saw no, a didio. The governor Taiti. We are the number one farm in Akbc State. Yeah, I'm a Taiti team on you. I want to encourage workers. Workers, it's my time. Depend on their salary. I know the workers depend on their salary. Doing one. Madam talking one. Our salary, Yamana.
Eyagenopo. Akbc News.
We'll take a break here, and when we return, Best Home Academy ECAT celebrates 17 students who excel in Universal Matriculation Examination. Details after the break. Welcome back to the news. The member representing Akbc Eastern Obolo State Constituency in the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Mrs. Selena Upatu, says she will sustain her advocacy through bills and motions until pressing issues affecting her constituency are given attention by relevant government agencies. She was speaking at the Akbc Local Government Council Hall, where she briefed her constituents to mark her first year in office. Legislative Affairs reporter Uyoko Swa completes the story.
Mrs. Upatu said she has sponsored and co-sponsored more than 10 bills, 15 motions, and matters of urgent public importance, contributed to the passage of 11 bills, participated in the consideration of 16 committee reports, and the passage of 25 resolutions in the last 1 year. The lawmaker says she has also proposed a bill seeking the prohibition of curtailment of women's rights to share in family inheritance, motion for urgent road repairs in the constituency, motion for promoting menstrual hygiene management for girls in Akwa Ibom State, as well as advocated for community projects that will uplift marginalized groups and promote social cohesion.
The stakeholders, the youth, the students, I also in all, when we are praying, we should be